2, A.J. Green 3, Marvin Jones for Detroit, number 4, and Jordy Nelson, number 5. Now, I personally would take any one of these guys this week. I think they're all going to have pretty solid games. Julio has the toughest matchup of the group, but also has the lowest cost that you'll see assigned to him all season at $32 on Yahoo. Marvin Jones, didn't have a great game last week against a pretty poor Chicago defense. Like I said before, Detroit just didn't play well. I think they bounced back, and Marvin Jones has a pretty solid game. Look for him to get over 20 fantasy points. And then, as I mentioned before, big play potential. If you're just looking at potential plays over 50 yards for this week, Aaron Rodgers, again, over 75% chance, and so is Jordy Nelson. So hitting that QB wide receiver combo of Aaron Rodgers and Jordy Nelson is something I think you should really consider, certainly on a daily perspective.
All right, that's awesome. So there you go, guys. If you got the Falcons and the Broncos players, get them on the field. Pay attention to that game this week and check out Aaron Rodgers and what he's doing, and you'll be all right. You'll make it through the weekend.
That's right.
All right, Jeremy. Yeah, definitely. There you go. All right, Jeremy, we thank you for calling in, doing Cunningham's picks. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, sounds good, my man. Have a good one.
All right, you too.
I think.
All right, on the other side of the break, we will have the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Hey, guys, the NFL is back. It's time to win some cash playing fantasy football. TheDirtCannon.com is a local company that has your back. They have produced over 60% winners on FanDuel, DraftKings, and now even Yahoo. TheDirtCannon.com will help you build, play, and win. Build a better team with TheDirtCannon.com. Use promo code RDST and get $5 off forever. And try the Silver membership this week for free. Visit TheDirtCannon.com.
So if you were listening, you just heard Cunningham's picks. Check out the Dirt Cannon. I'm telling you, it's going to work out for you. So it's that time of the show. We do this every Wednesday. It's time for the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good. All right, the good right now, I'm going back to this. This is the Vikings defense. They're playing lights out for their team. They are playing at a top level. Are they one of the top defenses in the league? Are they the NFC's Denver Broncos, as I heard on the fan here locally, 104.3? I don't know about that. I had to look up some stuff. I know the Vikings are playing very well. I know the team would not be undefeated right now. They would not be one of the 3 undefeated teams if it weren't for that defense. What they've done in the first 4 games has all but won them 4 games. Now the offense did a little bit better this week. Got to give them the nod. Kyle Rudolph had a nice touchdown. Sam Bradford's playing pretty good for him. Running backs are filling in, not great, but they're filling in, good enough right now with the way the defense is playing. They got Patterson involved a little bit this week. But this defense is winning them games. They're shutting players down. They're shutting teams down. They're shutting your best down. In their last 3 games, they've played 3 straight Super Bowl quarterbacks. They've played Manning, Rodgers, and Newton in their last 3 games. They've held those 3 Super Bowl quarterbacks to 1 touchdown, and they've picked them off 5 times. That's impressive. That's putting in work. That's respectable defense. Now, right now, they are 7th in total defense. Okay, not top 5. They're 7th in total defense. They're 2nd in scoring defense. They're 9th against the pass, 8th against the rush. Okay, all great. They've had to deal with the injuries on the offensive side of the ball. Their quarterback, their left tackle, their running back. All these different guys have been injured this year. But they just keep winning. Now, the fan, they talked about, are they the NFC's Denver? Are they as good as Denver's defense? That's what you hear locally. And Denver fans take it personal because they think their defense is the best thing since sliced bread. My opinion, yes, Denver is still the best defense out of those 2, but it's getting very close. The Vikings are studs. They're young, they're fast, they're physical, they're willing to take chances. So, you compare their numbers. 7th overall, 2nd in scoring, 9th in passing, 8th in rushing. And you compare those to Denver, okay? They're 4th in total defense, okay? Denver's a little better there. They're 2nd against the pass. A little better there for Denver. They're 5th in the scoring defense, okay? So Vikings got them there. But here's where the Vikings really have them. Denver is the 22nd ranked rush defense. So just like Jeremy just told us about playing Freeman in the fantasy league this year because Denver's defense has struggled against the run, they're 22nd against the run this year. The Vikings are 8th. These two defenses are very similar. They like to put on pressure. One's a 4-3, the other one's a 3-4. They have guys who come off the edge. They have guys who stuff the middle. Minnesota's linebackers fly around. Very good for Minnesota fan, and that's hard to say as a Lions fan. The bad. The bad is this situation with the Ravens and Justin Forsett. Justin Forsett was released in the offseason, basically so the Ravens can make room to keep their young running backs and not have to see if they cleared waivers. Then they bring him back, basically bench him because he gets hurt, and now they've released him. I don't like when guys do what they can to try and help their team, and then the team turns around and just turns them into a financial decision. That's wrong to me. This is the first time I've really disagreed with what they're doing there in Baltimore, and I know it's being reported that it's mutual. Of course it's mutual. You didn't want him there. He wants to play. You weren't going to let him play. You're going to let me go? Okay, yes, it's mutual. Now, there's possible landing spots for Justin Forsett. San Diego, like Jeremy mentioned during Cunningham's picks. They're hurting at running back. He's got a connection here with Denver. His best year as a professional was when Gary Kubiak was the offensive coordinator of Baltimore. That's when he, did the 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns, was, averaging right around 5 yards a touch. So there's a possibility there. Detroit, he's got a connection to Jim Caldwell. And Detroit's hurting their running back. Seattle's hurting their running back so much that they signed C.J. Spiller, so there's a possibility. Carolina, James Stewart's still down. Yeah, Whitaker's kind of doing his thing a little bit, but there's a possibility with Justin Forsett in New Orleans. What do they got going at running back? So, there's multiple teams. We'll have to just see how it plays out for him. He is getting up there in age for a running back. He's right around 30 years old. So maybe teams just don't think he has anything left. I just don't like the situation, and that's the bad for me. Let's do the ugly. The ugly's got to be Odell Beckham Jr. in this situation. It's turning ugly cheek. It's ugly. It's just bad. For the team to be talking about it out in the public and the media the way they are, for other coaches who didn't do anything when they were there coaching him now say they're willing to mentor him. Why didn't you mentor him, Tom Coughlin, when you were there the first time? You were his head coach when he spent 4 quarters fighting with Josh Norman on the field and being a damn embarrassment. So, he's supremely athletically gifted. He got all the best genes from both his athletic parents. He can catch the ball with the best of them. He's fast. He's competitive. He can jump out the gym. All the good things you would want in a receiver from the athletic standpoint. But what he's showing to everybody is that he's weak-minded. Okay, this is a guy who's now saying he's not having fun anymore playing football. But just a few months ago, this is the same guy who said if he's not having fun with it, he was going to quit it. So is he quitting? Is he breaking down mentally? Have these defensive players broken Odell Beckham's mind and he just can't take it anymore? What's he trying to prove? What's he trying to get over on being so angry about everything? Go out there and beat him with your play. Show him up when you burn him and score a touchdown. But don't get in little silly altercations and then make yourself a target for cameras and media people who want to run stories to do nothing but sell papers or get ratings. It's an ugly situation. Ugly, ugly, ugly. On the other side of the break, we'll get real and maybe hit a couple other little stories that are going on right now.
Hey guys, the NFL is back. It's time to win some cash playing fantasy football. TheDirtCannon.com is a local company that has your back. They have produced over 60% winners on FanDuel, DraftKings, and now even Yahoo. TheDirtCannon.com will help you build, play, and win. Build a better team with TheDirtCannon.com. Use promo code RDST and get $5 off forever. And try the Silver membership this week for free. Visit TheDirtCannon.com.
That's TheDirtCannon.com, a local Colorado company. If you play fantasy sports and you live in Colorado, hey, if you play fantasy sports and live anywhere in the country or the world and you're listening to the show right now, check them out, play some fantasy sports, win a little extra money with something that you like in sports, right? All right, it's that time. Let's go ahead and get real. All right, let's get real. Tom Brady's back this week, and all the New England fans are going to be super crazy about it. All the New England haters, which is everybody else, is going to be super stupid about it. I'm going to go right down the middle. Actually, no. I'm a teeter on the side with the Patriots fan. I'm glad Tom Brady's back. I had no problem with the ball being deflated. In fact, there's an MIT scientist report that came out this week that said the Patriots most likely didn't do anything to the balls. It is a possibility. You put a balloon in your refrigerator, it's going to shrink. That's what happens. That's how cold makes air condense. Now, is it a big deal? No. We've talked about it on the show. That same season, Aaron Rodgers talked about how he would overinflate the balls past the limit. There was a team who was caught, I believe it was the Vikings, putting their balls in the dryer before a game, so they got beat up and heated. But it's the Patriots. It's Tom Brady. They're successful. We're jealous, so we hate them. It's the same reason I don't root for the Yankees, and they're the one team I don't like. Except in the NFL, with the fan culture the way it is, everybody's turned that attention towards the Patriots and the Cowboys. So get over it. He's back. Goodell got it wrong. Goodell needs to admit he's made mistakes as the commish. He has made mistakes. The way he's handed down punishments, the way he's been quick to judge. The fact that he took on all the power and didn't say, you know what? No. I don't want all that power. We're not going to negotiate it this way. He needs to give up more of his power than he has. Not just the judge, jury, and executioner role he's given up. Give up more of your power. You don't need that much power to help run the game of football. Tagliabue did not have that much power, and he was the greatest commissioner, in my opinion, that there has been. Expect Tom Brady. I agree with TheDirtCannon.com. Expect Brady to have a big weekend. Poor Browns. He's going to come back focused. The Patriots love to dink and dunk. McDaniels is going to open up the entire playbook, especially with their injury situation up there. Martellus Bennett could have a big... everybody on the Patriots could have a big game this week, potentially. They're going to be in the playoffs. They're going to continue their AFC East dominance now that he's back. They're 3-1 without him. Expect them to maybe lose 3 or 4 games the rest of the season going into the playoffs. And they are still a Super Bowl contender. And that's just real talk. It's real. They are. Tom Brady's back. Deal with it. All you haters, you're going to hate. Everybody who's a Patriots fan, you're going to over-exaggerate. I'm just going to say I'm glad one of the best is back. I like watching them play football. I have no problem that they're good. If you don't like it, stop them. Go out there and beat them. They are beatable. It's happened before. All right, I was going to try and hit some other stories, and there's some here, I might bring up Saturday. But for now, go enjoy your Wednesday. I appreciate you calling in. Check out our GoFundMe page. We're trying to raise money to get a little bit better equipment. Check us out on Facebook, Real Deal Sports Talk with KP. Don't do the group Real Deal Sports Talk. Join them too if you want. But that's not where to follow us at. It's Real Deal Sports Talk with KP. And check us out on Twitter, Real Deal KVP. Till next time, be real.